Welcome to CMS News. I'm here with
Joshua, Jethro,
and Jackson.
Hello CMS, I am interviewing Mr. Nolan, our new gym teacher here at CMS. Mr. Nolan, what is your favorite part of being a gym teacher?
Wow. Favorite part about being a FIAD teacher is I get to basically play games all day long and get paid for it. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Pretty lit.
What is your favorite unit that you've done in FIAD?
Wow, I don't think I have a favorite unit. I got a lot of, everyone I do I like doing. Some that stand out maybe are running, making kids run all the time.
I suppose I joined cross country. So. If you could teach a different subject in gym, what would it be? Besides gym, what would it be?
Other than FIAD, what would I teach? I think I would teach some type of history class. I like history. Yeah.
Alright, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Today I'm interviewing Mrs. Weaver. A question they've been wondering about is, Mrs. Weaver, what do you consider about being the best part of being a gym teacher?
Well, I am really lucky to have a great teaching position here at Century Middle School because the students here are really hard workers. And what's really fun for me is watching everyone always do their best, always have great participation, and always work to be a great teammate.
Great answer. What is your favorite unit in FIAD to teach?
Oh, that's a really hard question. I would say instead of like a specific unit, I think the most fun part is what I mentioned before is whatever we're doing, working on identifying being a good teammate. And whether you're playing volleyball or basketball or football, or what if we're in the fitness center, what can you do to do your part to help the team be as successful as possible? That's what's fun for me.
Very good quote there. If you could teach a different subject at CMS, what subject would you teach?
I think I would probably teach math. Not too many people know this, but my oldest daughter is a high school math teacher in Prague in the Czech Republic. And when I get to go visit her classes in that high school across the world, I think, maybe that's what I should have done. So I would probably try math.
That is very interesting. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for watching, everybody. It has been Joshua Aldrich, Jethro Chad,
And Jackson Warren.
Good morning, CMS. Welcome to the CMS Newscast. My name is Sophie Schaefer.
My name is Shania Van Leeuwen.
And I'm Taryn Smith. Today we have brought you a special homecoming segment of this week's CMS News.
Our first destination is Pajama Day. Let's look at the highlights from that.
What is it about Pajama Day that you like the most?
The fact that I can roll out of bed, I don't have to do my hair, and I can just come straight to Century Middle School.
Who do you think dresses up the best on Pajama Day?
Dresses up the best? Hashtag me, of course.
What is it about Pajama Day that you like the most?
Well, it's super easy, I think, to get ready in the morning. So, I mean, not that I wear what I wear to bed on Pajama Day, that would be kind of gross, but it's easy to get ready and get dressed.
Who do you think dresses up the best on Pajama Day?
I have to say that the 6th graders dress up the best.
What is it about Pajama Day that you like the most?
I really like wearing pajamas, and who doesn't want to dress as Batman at school?
Who do you think dresses up the best on this day?
I'm going to go with Baki and all the 6th graders in general.
And then out of all the teachers, who do you think dresses up the best?
Me, or maybe Craven and Vasika in their robes.
Our next wacky theme is Crazy Hair and Hat Day. What is it about Hat and Hair Day that you like the most?
The thing that I like the most is very easy for me to tell you. It's the fact that I can get out of bed and I can put on a hat and I don't need to do my hair. And I can wear my hat all day to work.
What is your favorite way to do your hair on this day?
In a ponytail through the back of my hat. Okay, so I felt like I needed to correct my previous response to my favorite hat or hair. I said that my hat was my favorite, but I had only seen one other hat. Well, later in the day, I saw someone else, and they did not have a hat on. They instead recreated their face, their facial hair and their head hair, or what's left of it, and they made themselves look like this, and this was my favorite.
What is it about hat or hair day that you like the most?
I like the hat. I'm not as much of a hair person. Doesn't take me too long to do my hair in the morning. But I like this hat. This is a Blazing Cats hat that I got from Coach Taji. It's one of my favorites, so that's what I'm wearing today.
Now it's time for college. Let's look at your spirit.
All right. What is it about Jersey Day that you like the most?
Well, it's a way to show your school's spirit, and it's fun and comfy too.
All right. And then do you have a reason for the jersey that you picked to wear?
Well, I have lived in Minnesota my entire life, so I am a Minnesota sports fan for college and professional sports, so go Gophers.
All right. What is it about Jersey Day that you like the most?
Well, who doesn't enjoy wearing a comfy hoodie every once in a while to school?
And then do you have a reason for the jersey that you picked to wear today?
Yeah, pretty obvious, I guess. Minnesota, hats off to thee. To thy colors true we will ever be. Firm and strong, united are we. Rah, rah, rah for Ski-U-Ma. Rah, 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 rah for the U of M.
Time to see who's matching.
What did you and your group of teachers dress up as?
The group of teachers, and I'd say friends, we're also friends, group of friends, we decided to wear our animal shirts today. Almost everybody. Some people had some other things planned, but that's what we did.
And then, how many of you dressed up the same?
I bet there's about 15 of us. Mr. Laufenberger decided not to. He didn't get the email. And then some of the deans did something else. And then some of the 6th grade teachers did something else.
What did you and your group of friends or teachers dress up as?
The female teachers in Team 5 have happy shirts on, so we're all wearing happy shirts and jeans.
How many of you dressed up the same?
4 of us.
We have finally arrived to the big day. Show us your Panther spirit.
And then how do you guys clean up after homecoming day?
Oh, glitter.
Yeah.
Glitter, glitter, glitter. Well, we take the whole evening and pretty much try to vacuum the carpet to try to get the glitter out. And that's the biggest thing, you know. And it'll take weeks sometimes to get all the glitter out of the carpet. And so we got a little sparkling things going all over the place for a few weeks. So,
Yeah.
so it's been good.
What is it about homecoming day that you like the most?
I like how all the kids, the community, everybody in Lakeville comes together and for one common goal, to celebrate Lakeville schools, Lakeville sports and activities and athletics, and a lot of emotion and funness in there.
Do you like decorating pants for homecoming day?
Ooh. Decorating pants started when I was at Lakeville North. Do you want to hear this story?
Sure.
The boys did it. The boys on the football team bought overalls at Fleet Farm and decorated them. And then just the whole tradition has evolved. I've never decorated my own pants. I'm not that artsy-fartsy, but I think they're cool.
Out of all the teachers, who do you think has the best pants?
Hashtag me. I've even got the year I graduated, and I'm a Panther.
What is about homecoming day that you like the most? I like seeing everybody's pants. Do you like decorating your pants for homecoming day? Sure. And out of all the teachers, who do you think has the best pants this year? Miss Erickson.
To all the teachers who participated in this week's interview, the custodians and students,
We just wanted to say a big
thank you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time on CMS News. Century Middle School students, and welcome back.
We're here to interview students from each grade about what they think about Century Middle School. Go.
Hi, I'm here with Zach Dobratz to ask him some questions. What is your favorite thing about CMS? Do you like it?
My favorite thing is probably the teachers. They're all really nice and they help me learn, and I think that's pretty cool. And I think CMS is a great place.
What's your favorite subject?
Probably math class because I've just always been really good at that, and so it just seems easy for me.
And do you like this year better than last year?
Yeah, I probably do because a lot of my teachers I feel like they are better than before, and also you get a bit more freedom every year, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Hello CMS. Today we are here with Nick Lovejoy and we'll be asking him a few questions. So, what do you think about CMS?
It's a pretty nice place, nice people, not a lot of homework. It's nice.
Yeah, okay. Do you like this year better than last year?
Oh, much. It's a lot easier. There isn't nearly as much stress of like, will I know this or will I just be left behind? There's a lot less homework this year, and the teachers seem a little bit more experienced in this grade.
Mm-hmm. And what is your favorite subject this year?
I'd have to say math because it's just I'm weird and I think it's fun, and it's the one that I enjoy the most.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Nick.
So, I'm here with Morgan, and we're going to ask her a few questions. So, what do you like about CMS?
I probably like that all the teachers are really nice and that, you go in between classes each time instead of sitting in one spot.
So, do you like this year more than last year?
Yeah, because you get to be with a variety of people instead of being in one class.
Dude, what's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is probably
Why do you like math?
Mr. Bunting is really nice and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Morgan, for your time. We have many students who have many opinions about the school.
Thanks for watching!
I'm here with Miss Olberg, one of the office staff here, and we're going to ask her some questions. Miss Olberg, what is your favorite part of working in the admin office?
I love seeing all the kids and the people that I work with. It's a fun environment to be in.
What is your most common reason for students to be late?
Probably oversleeping or doctor appointments, dentist appointments.
And also wondering, what is the most common thing that has to be dropped off by parents?
Well, as you can see from today, we have lots of lunch boxes and hats for Crazy Hat Day. But lots of homework too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm here with Miss Uphoff, and today I am going to ask her some questions.
Hi.
What is your favorite part of Spirit Week?
My favorite part is probably Friday, the homecoming day, and seeing all the pants that the kids have
What did you say?
decorated, and just the celebration and the time that people have. It's just a good time.
Alright. Do you intend on going to the homecoming game?
I do. I am actually working the homecoming game, so I'll be taking tickets. So anybody, I will see you there.
Nice. Is Spirit Week something that you always look forward to?
Yes, absolutely. It is fun the whole week.
Nice.
And let's see, that's about it. I mean, it's just fun. It's a great time.
Okay.
Have a good time.
And a dentist appointment at 10 o'clock.
What percent of kids who work with you are in trouble?
In trouble? Kids at Century Middle School be in trouble? Zach, you know that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we were just wondering though.
Actually, in all reality, it's a very small percentage of kids who get into trouble. Sometimes that prefrontal cortex isn't fully developed yet, and we act before we think. So I don't necessarily see it as getting in trouble, as more I do as learning from choices that we make.
Alright, so how did you learn to deal with like kids and like help them out in situations and stuff like that?
I think a lot of it comes from being a parent and being a teacher and working with kids and families, and you always want to do the right thing to help the student in that time frame, and it's really just using common sense and really getting to know where did the student come from, why did they act the way they did, and usually there's a reason behind the behavior that was shown.
Why did you choose to be a dean here at Century Middle School?
I love middle school. I love middle school. That's where it's at. I believe Century Middle School is the best middle school, as we showed last week with our fundraiser. Raising over $32,000 is an amazing feat. That just tells you how much kids like being here and how supportive the families are to have them here. It's the place to be.
Right, and also, last question here. How'd you get so many Pez dispensers?
Well, it is a student collection. I have many. The collection started in 1996 as my first year as a teacher. When I was a 6th grade teacher, a student brought me one for Christmas and I handed out all the candies, and then the very next day another student brought another Pez dispenser and I kept handing out the candies to all the kids who were showing very good behavior. So students continue to try to find Pez dispensers that I don't have, and then they add to the collection. Some are small, and some are large, and some make noise, and some are collector's items. So it's a lot of fun. And oftentimes I'll have students come back and visit, and they will say, Mr. Baki, I got you that Pez dispenser when I was in middle school.
Mr. Endicott, principal, he's a cool dude. I'm here to ask him some questions. Like, do kids ever get called up to the office for doing something good?
No, not as often as they probably should be, but yeah, several times a year, I guess, there are kids that I recognize for something they've done either inside or outside of school, whether sometimes it's in the office, sometimes it's in the hallway, but I think it's a good idea that we should be doing more of that, so.
Nice.
Not opposed?
How often are kids called up to the office, just in general?
Not a whole lot. We're pretty fortunate here to have a school that is pretty well behaved. Kids come to school and do the right things for the most part. So, and our teachers do a great job of handling things in their classrooms or team areas. So, I don't see a whole lot of them. Maybe once or twice a week on average, but even that might be a little high.
Do you find that Century is the optimal working place?
It's optimal for me right now. I like where I am. I love the kids, love the staff, I love the community, I love the people, and I just can't imagine being anywhere else. So, optimal right now for sure.
Cut!
And see how the year's going so far. Hi, my name is Emma, and I'm here introducing Ms. Erin, a 6th grade math teacher here at Century Middle School. The first question: why do you like your job at CMS?
Well, I love my job because I just love working with kids. And girls like you guys make me want to keep on working because you guys care about school. You want to do well. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the kids, and I want them to have a great experience and really build emotionally and, just become more confident in themselves, and building a self-esteem is a huge thing for me, and I love being a part of that with the kids. And seeing them smile every day is an awesome thing too.
Yeah. What are some challenges that you face while teaching?
I guess some of the challenges would be, maybe the kids that aren't always willing to work really hard, not be respectful of one another, that's the hardest thing because, I feel like you come to school, you want to learn, and, we're going to have a lot of fun, but we also have to be respectful of one another while we're doing it, and it makes the class go a lot better if we do.
So why did you choose math?
Well, I guess I love working with numbers. I've always loved working with numbers, and I know a lot of kids come to 6th grade not liking math, and my goal is to get them to love math before they leave here, and I hope that I hope I'm successful with most kids, but I just love seeing when things start to connect and they get excited and say, wow, I can actually do this math, and it's really a cool time when that happens.
Yeah. Thank you so much for letting us in.
Hey, thanks, Keith.
Hi, I'm here with Mrs. Bolson, who is a 6th and 7th grade science teacher. First question, why do you like your job at CMS?
Well, there are so many things to like about my job at CMS. One is that the job is never the same day to day. You get to experience something new every day, which makes it fun and exciting. 2, everyone is learning in this building, not just the students, but also the staff. We get to learn from one another new strategies, and we all have the same goal to do what's best for our students, which is a lot of fun. And probably last, but not least, is we get to work with the most amazing kids day in and day out.
Next question, what are some challenges that you face during teaching?
That's an excellent question. There's quite a few challenges depending on the day, but I think one challenge that we come across every single day is time. There are so many interesting topics to teach and so many fun activities and labs that you can do with the students, but we just don't have enough time in a class period or even in the school year. So I guess I'm always racing against the clock.
And then the last question, why did you pick the subject you're teaching, which is science?
I remember liking science since I was a little kid. And I actually sat down with my mom and she was like, what do you think you're going to do with your life? And I said I wanted to be a doctor or do something with the science world. And she goes, I don't understand your passion with science. I know you didn't get it from either one of your parents. So I got to think about that. I was like, what? They don't like science? Well, where did I get my fondness of science? And I look back and I'm like, it was my science teachers. They made science fun. They made science challenging. And they made me feel good about what I did in the classroom. And so I was like, I need to have that same impact on kids. So if I have my students leave with a positive impact and just an inspiration for science, I love hearing, my kid didn't used to like science, but now they do. That's the best comment to receive. So that's why I think I teach science.
Well, thank you so much for doing this interview.
Absolutely, thank you so much.
Okay. I'm here with Mr. Lockenberger, an 8th grade teacher at Century Middle School. He teaches math. Why do you like your job at CMS?
Oh boy, I love teaching here because I get to work with some incredible teachers, and the students are people that I've known for a long time since I lived in Lakeville. I feel like I have a better connection with them.
Okay, the second question. What are some challenges that you face while teaching?
I think sometimes the challenges are just, kids being kids, and sometimes we all make choices that we regret. But when students are making choices that are bad in class, then that takes away from learning.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Hope you learn more about what life is like as a CMS teacher.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that.
What do you think of the CMS news?
CMS News is a good idea. Hello, CMS students, teachers, and web leaders. My name is Jordan, and I'll be your host today on CMS Student News.
Today our topic will be school policies. So stay tuned to see what some teachers have to say about school policies.
Hello, CMS. My name is Taylor, and I will be interviewing the school counselor, Mrs. Smith. She has been working here for 3 years. So, Ms. Smith, do you think the dress code is too tight or too loose?
I think it is definitely neither. I think it's right in the middle. I think people at Century here are usually dressed appropriately. And I think with today's fashion statement and different fashion components that are out there, I think it's very appropriate.
Okay. How do you think students affect student, or how do you think phones affect student learning?
I think they can be an awesome tool. I worked at the high school setting previous to here, and student phones were used all the time in the middle of class to answer questions, to do things on the internet. Although they can be a distraction at the same time if your mom or dad is texting you or your friends, then it can deter from student learning. So.
All right, and what do you think about not being able to use your phone during lunch?
Is that the policy here at Century? Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know if we have the wireless points in the building, if everybody was on their phone, if it would support that. But again, I think sometimes some of the social media things kind of overflow during non-structured time like lunch. And sometimes potential bullying, it's kind of a door open would be the lunchtime.
Okay. And what is your favorite school policy?
My favorite school policy, I'm not sure if it's a policy, but I think it's CMS's motto that everybody respects each other. I wouldn't say it's a school policy, but yet it is when it comes to student success and everybody respecting each other.
All right, and that is all CMS News. See ya.
Hello, I'm Brayden, and I will be interviewing Mr. Riccio today. He is a 6th grade comm teacher, and he's been working here for 3 years. Mr. Riccio, do you think the dress code is too tight or too loose?
I think it's just about right now. I think most kids behave appropriately or dress appropriately for school. I think rarely do you see anyone is taking it to an inappropriate level. So I think kids are doing okay.
Do you think phones are bad or good for students?
I think that they should not be in the classroom. I think the way we're doing it right now is effective. I think obviously it's part of life. Kids use them all the time now. We live in a world with a lot of technology, and I think there's a place for them. I think if teachers choose to use them in an academic environment, that's okay. But I think just having the general restriction of them is good and keeps kids engaged.
What do you think about not being able to use your phone during lunch?
I guess I don't have an opinion on that. My personal opinion, I would be okay with kids having their phones during lunch. That wouldn't bother me. But I support decisions that we make as a building. I think just having that continuity where kids know that when they get to school, they put their phone in their locker for the day and they go to school. I think that's a good thing. So.
What is your favorite school policy?
My favorite school policy. I don't know if I have a favorite school policy. Not really a question that I'll tell you. I really like that we don't do the phones in the classroom. The first year I was here, when kids had their phones with them all the time, it created some really challenging circumstances in classes. So I think now that they're in their locker, I think it is a good policy. I think it's helped control our classrooms a little bit, keep kids engaged in academics. Yeah, you got it.
Hey guys, it's Jordan here. I'll be interviewing Miss Erickson today. Hey, she's a language arts teacher, and how long have you been here for?
This is my 12th or 13th year.
Oh, nice. You see, she's been here for a while, and time to go on to the questions. Question 1: do you think the dress code is too tight or too loose?
I think the dress code is probably perfect. You want kids being appropriate for school. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
All right. Question 2: what do you think about? How do you think phones are bad for students learning? Or do you think they're good?
I think phones could be good if they're used in the right way. If kids are using them to do foods or do research, that's fine. But if they get in the way, I think when there's too much social media, when you're getting alerts on your phone, like maybe you're researching and then all of a sudden you get a Snapchat or anything, I think they're too distracting that way to have 24/7 classroom. But I think if they're used appropriately, that they're fine. But I think a lot of times it's so easy to get distracted by them if there's learning going on that's not So I love that they're in the lockers.
All right. Question 3: what do you think about us not being able to use our phones during lunch?
school policy that teachers allow snacks, because I get hungry during the day before lunch. I want to eat my arm off, so I think when teachers allow snacks for their students who don't eat breakfast or get hungry between breakfast and lunch, it's a good thing because then I can eat.
Well, that's all the questions we have. Thank you for your time.
Thank
This has been Jordan from CMS News. And thanks for watching CMS Student News.
Welcome to CMS New Year News with Caitlin, Jana, and Venus. Today we'll be interviewing teachers about the new school year. What are you most looking forward to this year?
Oh my. Let's see here. Well, obviously, winning that dodgeball tournament again.
What are you most looking forward to this year?
This year, I'm most looking forward to getting to know my Connect and being the winning Connect in the Community Challenge.
What are you most looking forward to this year?
Well, every year in science we have labs that we do that are fun, and it's every year it's great to see the kids after you're done with the lab and how excited they are about it, and then they want to go home and try these things at home, and it's always fun to see because they really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to that.
What are you most concerned about this year?
Oh gosh. I also teach a class at the high school, and so I'm concerned about making sure I can get there on time.
What are you most concerned about this year?
I'm most concerned that when I have my students barf 10 minutes a day, that they aren't really barfing. And if you don't know what barf means, ask my 7th graders.
What are you most concerned about this year?
Concern, like every year, is if I can get through all of the things that I need to get through. I want to make sure I can get to our units on waves and light and even electricity and magnetism that we typically don't get to, but I always get concerned because we run out of time.
The last question is, do you have any resolutions for the new school year?
Yes, I am going to only use an electronic version of the gradebook. I'm not going to have a paper gradebook.
Do you have any resolutions for the new school year?
This new school year, my resolution is to implement technology in my class as much as possible. I want my kids on iPads and Chromebooks all the time.
Do you have any resolutions for the new school year?
Resolution I have would be to try to introduce some new things. I feel, I go through and teach year after year after year, and sometimes you just keep doing the same thing. So I guess my resolution would be to try to find something new and fun to do with my classes.
Thank you for watching CMS New Year's News with Caitlin, Jana, and Venus.